These AirPods Pro 2 turned my chaotic day into a vibe. Want to know how? Stick around, fam. I'm spilling the tea. Hey, fam! Your Gadget Gran's here. And these AirPods Pro 2 just turned my chaotic day into a vibe with sound that slaps and ANC that's next level. Oh, and a quick heads up. The pics in this vid are all about the vibe, not about the AirPod pics. I'm keeping it creative and sassy, just like me. So grab your fave drink, maybe a berry-infused iced tea for those fresh spring vibes, and let's dive into the juicy details. These buds are serving. Stick around. Alright, let's talk design because these AirPods Pro 2 are strutting their stuff like they're on a runway. They're sleek, they're light, they're comfy, like slipping into your coziest oversized sweater, but for your ears. I've rocked these babies through sweaty gym sessions. Yes, your Gran still lifts. And they don't budge. Long Zoom calls that test my patience. Still cozy as heck. The case, small but mighty, slips into my pocket with room for my lip gloss and my sass. Plus, it's got a built-in speaker and a lanyard loop, so I'm jingling with swagger wherever I go. Apple's out here serving premium vibes, and I'm absolutely here for it. Now let me spill some tea that'll make you clutch your pearls. The other day, I was strutting through the farmer's market, hair flipped, shades on, AirPods popping in my ears like tiny fashion statements. This adorable barista stopped me dead in my tracks and goes, "Hold up, are those the AirPods Pro 2? They look so sleek." Next thing you know, we're chatting for a solid 20 minutes about tech, coffee, and how I'm basically a walking billboard for these buds. I'm telling you, these things have charisma. They're conversation starters. I've had randos on my morning walks stop me just to gush over how sharp they look. It's like I've got mini trophies dangling from my ears, and I'm living for the attention. But it's not just about the glow-up. The design's got brains, too. Those silicone tips? Chef's kiss. They come in 4 sizes, so whether your ears are dainty like mine or a little more generous, you'll find your fit. I've got small ears, and these stay locked in. No slipping, no sliding, no jailbreak attempts. The case is a whole mood, too. Matte finish, satisfying little click when you snap it shut, and that speaker that beeps when you've lost it in your purse. It's a lifesaver. Tell me in the comments, do you care about earbud style, or are you all about the sound? I'm dying to know your vibe. Let's get into the sound, because these buds slap harder than my flip-flops on a summer day. The bass thumps like it's got something to prove. The mids are smooth as my favorite velvet tracksuit, and the highs? Sparkling like the Prosecco I sip on cheat days. That H2 chip apple's flexing. It's working overtime, and the quality is straight up fire. But let me take you on a little ride to show you how these babies hustle. So picture this. It's a dreary Tuesday, and I'm stuck in traffic. Cars everywhere, horns honking, my patience hanging by a thread. I'm about to lose it, but then I pop in my AirPods Pro 2 and hit play on my Chill Vibes playlist. Cue Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. Suddenly, I'm in my own little world. The bass hits so deep I can feel it in my bones like it's personally apologizing for the chaos outside. The mids? Silky smooth, every lyric popping like it's meant just for me. And those highs? Glittering like the sun breaking through the clouds. I went from road rage to starring in my own music video, sipping my iced coffee and vibing like nobody's business. That's the magic these buds bring. They turn a mess into a moment. And don't get me started on the active noise cancellation. ANC so good, it's basically sorcery. I put it to the test when my roommate decided to blast her lo-fi beats playlist while I was trying to nap. Popped these in, flipped on the ANC, and bam, silence. Saved my sanity and my beauty sleep. Real talk, I've tried other earbuds, big brands, fancy promises, and none of them hold a candle to this. If you're all about drowning out the noise, these are your soulmates. Hit that like button if you're Team ANC. I know my peace and quiet crew is out there. Battery life? These buds are marathon runners. You get 6 hours on a single charge, enough for a Netflix binge or a gossip sesh that accidentally turns into a 3-hour therapy session. With the case, you're clocking 30 hours total. I took them on a cross-country flight and they didn't tap out mid-jam. The case charges fast, too. Perfect when you're running late and your whole vibe's a hot mess. Power users might crave a little more juice, but for most of us, they've got stamina for days. Let me paint you a picture of how these saved my bacon. I was on a 10-hour road trip with my bestie, windows down, hair whipping, belting out throwback jams like it's 2005. We're 7 hours in, my phone's gasping for life, but my AirPods, still kicking. I switched to my iPad, kept the party going, and we rolled into our stop with Sweet Caroline still blasting. Later that night, The case had enough left for a juicy podcast sesh. Those true crime episodes don't listen to themselves, you know. It's like these buds were whispering. Gran, I got you, no sweat. And that quick charge? A godsend. I've had mornings where I'm sprinting out the door, realize they're low, and 15 minutes on the charger gives me hours of playtime. It's witchcraft and I'm here for it. What's your ultimate battery test? Drop it below. I'm nosy. Now the tech. The H2 chip is the MVP pulling all the strings. It's not just behind that killer ANC, it makes switching devices slicker than my dance moves at a wedding. I went from my iPhone to my iPad mid-jam, and it was seamless. No hiccups, no fuss. Then there's spatial audio. Straight up sci-fi vibes. I watched a Tate McRae concert clip, and I swear I could feel the bass in my chest and the crowd screaming behind me. Immersion? Unreal. Let's break it down because this chip's doing the most. It's got this adaptive audio trick. Adjust the sound based on what's around you. I was strolling through a chaotic street market, vendors yelling, kids running, and the ANC kicked into high gear to block it all out. Then I ducked into a quiet cafe, and it dialed back so I could hear the barista call my name without missing a beat. It's like having a sound butler in your ears, keeping everything just right. Transparency mode? So natural I forgot I was wearing them. I chatted with my neighbor about her new pup, and it felt like nothing was between us. Spooky good. Spatial audio, though? That's the showstopper. I fired up an action flick on my iPad. Explosions, car chases, the works. And it was like I was strapped into the driver's seat. The sound moves with you. Turn your head, and the audio shifts. I tested it with a virtual concert, and I could hear the guitar riffs up front, the drums thumping behind me, the crowd cheering all around. It's a 3D vibe that makes you go, okay, tech gods, take my money. What features got you buzzing? Spill your fave below. Let's geek out together. Perfect? Nah, even these gems have their quirks. If you're not Team Apple, setup's a bit of a hassle. I tried pairing them with my cousin's Android, and it's not exactly a red carpet rollout. Battery life's solid, but marathon users might wish for more. And some features, like that sweet device switching magic, are Apple only. It's like crashing a party without the VIP pass. Still fun, but you're missing the backstage perks. Pros and cons, here's the quick rundown. Pros. ANC, that's next level. Buy noise. Sound quality that slaps. Bass, mids, highs, all fire. Comfy, sleek design. Wears like a dream. Battery life that's got your back. 6 hours solo, 30 with the case. Seamless Apple vibes. H2 chip kills it. Cons. Setup headaches for non-Apple users. Android fam, beware. Battery could stretch longer. Power users might feel it. Some features are Apple only, locked behind the ecosystem. So, what's the verdict from your gadget, Gran? If you're Team Apple, these AirPods Pro 2 are a no-brainer. Snap 'em up. Even if you're not, that sound in ANC might just flirt you into the ecosystem. They're not just earbuds. They're a lifestyle upgrade with sass to spare. I'm obsessed and you might be too. Go snag 'em, fam, if you're ready to treat yourself. That's the tea from your hip grandma Leora. Sub for more tech scoops. Hit that button if you're ready for the ride. Tell the fam on X, this is live. Oh, and if you're eyeing those AirPods Pro 2, check the link in the description box below. A little Amazon thank you keeps Grandma's cookie jar stocked and my heart happy. Next up, I'm diving into the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, 16 gigabytes. Gonna see if it's worth the hype. Stay tuned. Catch you soon. Ciao!